Yo, I got this crazy theory that all the deaths in Squid Game were foreshadowed earlier in the episode.
Whoa.
Okay, yo, so listen. So the first one, the gangster, right? So when he was put out in the real world, he was getting chased by all his like debt collectors, and he jumped off a bridge. How did he die? He fell down off a high hill.
Oh shit!
Right? Listen, so Saebyuk, right? When she went back in the real world, she put a knife to the broker's neck and was like, don't ever do this to me again. How did she die? A knife to the neck.
No, that's fun.
A knife to the neck. Sang-woo.
Yeah.
Right? So when he went back in the real world, he was chilling in the bathtub, about to commit suicide and drown himself.
Yeah.
How did he die? Suicide.
Oh shit! Yeah, he did commit suicide.
Yeah. Now last one, Ali, right?
Yeah.
When he went back in the real world, he took money from his boss and ran away. How did he die? Sang-woo took his marbles and ran away.
What the?
Take that shit. Let's go.
That's crazy. That's some real like.
So there's another crazy theory about the show Squid Games.
Dude, I love Squid Games.
Okay, don't you think it's kind of weird how we never see how like the red-suited workers get hired or picked?
Yeah, it's weird how they never explain where they come from.
Okay, so remember when the guy in the subway tells Gion, do you want to play a game? And Gion has to pick a color to play Dachi. Now he gives Gion a choice where there's the red card or the blue card, and Gion picks blue.
Right.
So there's a theory going around that the color you pick determines the role you play in Squid Games.
Wait, what do you mean?
So since Gion picked the blue card, he woke up as a player, right? Wearing like that greenish blue jumpsuit. But if he were to pick red, then he would have woke up as a worker in the red and like this helmet. Because just like the players, right? The workers are also number 2.
Oh, so all the contestants must always pick blue.
And the workers are the red cards.
Crazy Squid Game theory. Spoiler alert. So the theory is that the red mask guards are actually winners from previous games. Let me explain. So the winners of each game win a lot of money, but they are not financially responsible, as we saw all of the players had severe debts and were gamblers and high-risk traders. So it makes sense when the winners return to the outside world, they recklessly spend all of their prize money and are back to square one. The creator keeps track of the winners when they return to the outside world. That's how they knew player 456 didn't spend any of his prize money. So when he saw the winners went back into debt again, he got someone to approach them to join the game, but as a red mask guard, or for Junho's brother as frontman, so they can pay the debt. As long as they follow the rules and work for a set period of time, they'll be paid a large sum by the end of their contract. It was expected that player 456 would follow the same fate, but he didn't spend the thing, which is why player 001 met him. Also, player 456 who won the game dyed his hair red, which may mean he might join as a mask guard in season 2, but as a good one who tries to bring the whole thing down. We also saw how cruel the guards are and they kill people without any remorse. Winning the game changes you and makes you more cruel, since you're willing to sacrifice other people's lives just for money. So that's another reason why they might have chosen to recruit past winners. What do you think of this theory?
So there's a crazy theory about Gion and the old man from the show Squid Games.
All right, let's hear it.
So remember how close the old man was to Gion?
Yeah.
So there's a theory that the old man is actually the dad of Gion.
Wait, what?
So in episode 3, Gion asks for chocolate milk when the workers are handing out regular milk because he's allergic to dairy. And then the old man says, I'm willing to bet as a kid you got spanked a lot. And then Gion says, how'd you know that? Then the old man says, my son did too. He was just like you, friend.
Wait, what the? He's basically saying that he's exactly like his son.
And then when they're playing the marbles game, the old man says, you know, when I was a kid, I lived in a neighborhood just like this. And then Gion says, so did I. And then when the old man starts to lose his memory, he asks Gion, what day is it? And he says, is today the 24th? Because his son's birthday's in a couple days. And guess what day Gion's birthday is?
What?
At the beginning of the show, when Gion's trying to get money out of the ATM, he types in his birthday as a pin. And his birthday is April 26th. Just a couple days after the 24th, just like the old man's son.
Stop it.
What if everyone rushed for the finish line?
You would think that this demon would turn everybody into a SpongeBob figurine, but besides the sand turning into paprika, I think the results might surprise you. I counted out 15 turrets in the arena, 11 on the back wall and 2 on the right and left. However, the turrets can't actuate until the robot sends the data. Some things to note is that it does take a little bit of time to send that information, but once you cross that finish line, you can't be shot. Hopefully. I cut down a clip of the chaos to 5 seconds and slowed it to count the gunfire over this time period, which I then used to calculate the rate of fire. The average healthy human sprinting speed is about 15 miles per hour, but the only thing these people have ever ran from is loan sharks and law enforcement. Plus, they probably have a long history of smoking and are a bit older, so we're just gonna bump this number down to 12. Soccer is the most popular sport in Korea. I'm assuming the distance is equal to the length of a soccer field, or about 105 meters. First, we need to calculate the time it's gonna take to run across, so we're gonna convert miles per hour to meters per hour. Then divide that number by 3,600 for meters per second, and divide 105 by that number for the time it would take to cross the field at a full sprint. Finally, multiply that number by the rate of fire to be left with the amount of bodies that robots put in a newspaper article. However, if they run during the green light, you can shave off about 3.5 seconds, and the robot will only catch about 74 bodies, which is still like 3.5 times better than 255.
So there's another theory for Squid Game Season 2.
Season 2?
So the CEO of Netflix said that Squid Game's on track to be the biggest show of all time for Netflix. So most likely it's going to get a Season 2.
I seriously think it's one of Netflix's best shows.
So last week I saw this crazy theory from Ruth Bell. And remember when the VIPs are watching them play the bridge game?
Yeah.
And one of the VIPs talk about the contestants and he says they have been amazing this edition. And then he says the contest in Korea is the best. So this is where the theory comes in. That means Squid Game is not just in Korea, but it's in multiple different countries. Since the VIP says the contest in Korea is the best, implies that there's different countries that also have Squid Games too. And Ruth Bell was saying like maybe in America it's the Hunger Games, and then maybe in Japan it's Alice in Borderland, because they all kind of have a similar concept.
Wait, what? I didn't even know the VIP said that.
So literally next season could take place in multiple different countries where Gion's gonna have to try to take down the different Squid Game creators.
We might be getting more than just 2 seasons.
I have one more theory about Squid Game.
Okay, let me hear it.
So there's a theory the old man was Jihan's father.
Oh, I think I heard.
So when Jihan was in line, he was like, can I get chocolate milk? Because I don't like the regular milk. After they were talking, the old man was like,
as a kid, I'm willing to bet you got spanked a lot. My son did too. He was just like you.
and then in the marble game, the old man was like,
I lived in a neighborhood just like this. So did I.
at the end, remember he has dementia?
Yeah.
And he's like, is it the 24th? My son's birthday is coming up soon. And then Jihan, when he goes into his bank and puts in the date of his birthday, it's the 26th. He did all this just to find his son. That's my theory.
What if he wanted him to win to help his mother because he knew she was sick and didn't have a way of giving the money to her? Finding Jihan and giving him the money to save her would have been the only way.
Oh, shit.
Because what if some next stuff happened? The father left, right?
Yeah.
The wife never wants to see him again, but he knows she's in need. The way to help her would have been through him.
If you've watched Squid Game, stop scrolling. I have something to share with you. Warning, mild spoilers. So yeah, let's get into it. So we all know how there was a whole bunch of adults playing kids games, right? Kids games, why? And we know that they're on an island in the middle of nowhere. And you know what that island kind of reminds me of? Now I thought of it and I was like, oh, this is a reach. Until I really thought about it. What type of games were they playing on the island? Kids games. And what type of people were on this island? Kids. And that's not where this ends. Remember the VIPs, right? These weird motherfuckers? That kind of reminds me what happened on Epstein Island. Now, one more thing which really sealed the deal for me. Why were they harvesting organs? This really had nothing to do with the plot. But you know what that kind of reminds me of? Now, this is either the Koreans mocking us or me being stupid, but this is sus.
Yo, I have another theory about Squid Game though.
Okay, bet.
So like, right when I saw it, I'm like, damn, this gotta be it.
Yeah.
So, you ever heard of like subconscious marketing? Like you'll see things that remind you of other things, right?
Yeah.
What if Squid Game was actually an ad for PlayStation? If you think about it, subconsciously, every time we saw the triangle, the circle, the square, what did it remind you of?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Controller.
And what does PlayStation have to do with Squid Game?
Yeah.
Games of violence, playing games, shooting games, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It all ties together, bro.
Oh my god.
And it's an Asian company. Because Sony, PlayStation.
Oh, that makes sense.
It all ties, because I saw them like, okay, that's what they're doing.
At the end, you see, you know.
Wait. The phones they had, did they have Xperia phones?
Oh,
yo, I think they did, right?
Did they?
I think they did. I think they had Sony Xperia phones because they didn't have iPhones.
If they did,
bro, I'm on the ass, bro. I knew it.
That's crazy.
Because they didn't have